can I just read the statement so that all of us are on the same page? Myself, I just put the question and I didn't read. The question: Babalo has a bag containing 80 marbles that are either green, yellow, or red. So we've got three colors: G, Y, and R in color. And then 3/5 of the marbles are green. 10% of the marbles are yellow. Babalo picks two marbles out of the bag, one at a time. They are not saying simultaneously. So you must take one out and then go back and take one out. And then there are two. It's not simultaneous. They are saying if this guy takes out one marble at a time, he's not replacing it. So he's taking the marble. Here is a bag here, which is having marbles inside. And then he's taking one marble out. He's not taking it back. And then he comes back, he takes another marble, he's not taking it back. They are saying without replacing the first one. So before he can take the second one, he didn't replace the first one. Okay, so now the first question says, how many red marbles are in the bag? So let's check. We've got 80 marbles. Out of the 80 marbles, how many are green? How many are yellow? And to answer the question, how many are red? Can someone help me? How am I going to get how many are green, how many are yellow, before I can get how many are red?
You need to multiply 80 by 3/5 to get how many marbles are green.
She's saying I must say 80 multiplied by 3/5. And what is this 3/5? I thought that 3/5 is the answer, is the number of the green marbles. That's what I thought. Isn't it like that?
I took it as they say, they give us 1/2. It's another way of saying it's half the 80 marbles, so I took it like that.
Oh, repeat that, please.
Multiply.
Wait, Vida, can you please repeat what you are saying?
I'm saying that 3/5, I took it like, I first took it as 1/2.
Okay.
So it means that maybe they gave us this 3/5. Maybe it's a half. So
okay. Like if you are saying you took it as 1/2, you interpret it as a fraction to say it is not the number of the marbles, but it's part of the number of the marbles, half of the marbles, something like that. That's what you're saying. Oh.
Yeah, they're telling us indirect.
Oh, okay. That's why you said the number of the marbles should be 3/5 of the 80 marbles. That's why you're saying that.
Yes.
Okay. Make perfect sense to me. Yes. I just wanted an explanation. That's why I said I thought I wanted someone to deny my own thinking, because I know that someone might not say the same thing you are saying, but might be thinking the same thing or maybe more. Okay, so let's try and agree with Vida. Guys, this thick pen is disturbing my writings now. Can I just write with the... This one is disturbing my writing. Okay, we are saying a green marble will be... Okay, can I just write green? Green marbles will be 80 multiplied by 3/5. And we guys are getting how much? What is the answer?
48.
48. Okay, 48. 48 marbles. Now, the other marbles which you can easily get is yellow. Can I hear someone different? Yellow. How am I going to get how many yellow marbles do I have? Someone talk to me. Let's try to save time. How will I know how many marbles do I have? Remember, the yellow marbles, there's a story here. They're saying 10%.
Okay.
They're saying 10%. Let me highlight that. They are saying 10% of the marbles are yellow. Okay, Vida, continue. I can hear that it's you talking.
So they're saying 10% of the marbles are yellow, which means to get the 80%, the 10% of the marbles, we're going to multiply 8 marbles by 10%.
So basically, it's the same as the 3/5.
Yeah, it's the same as 1/10. Like,
Okay, okay. When I'm saying as the same as the 3/5, I mean it's the same logic. Yes, you are right. It's the same as 1/10, right? So we're going to have 80 multiplied by 10%, and 10% is 1/10. What answer do we get? How many marbles do we have?
we get 8
Confirm.
Yes, this Ntokozo, you're saying?
Bengithi ngithola u8 ngicela bangiconfirmele.
Or 8. Are we getting the same thing, Vida and Ntokozo? I mean, Xolo and Sanelise?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
8.
Yes.
Thank you. So now we have to calculate the red marbles. How are we going to calculate red?
since we know the numbers of green and yellow, we're going to say green plus yellow plus red is equals to
Okay, Sanelisa will come to you. Let's just wait for Vida to finish her statement.
We're going to say green plus yellow plus red is equals to 8. And then we say, therefore, let red equals to x. And then we say 48 plus 8 plus x is equals to 8.
You don't want to solve for R, you want to solve for X. No problem, I'm with you. Okay, no problem, I'm with you. Let's go to Sanelisa. Sanelisa, yes? Mgwebi, you were saying something? Wow, I don't know if it's the network or maybe she doesn't want to respond.
Yes, since
Yes, we're listening. I'm here.
all right. Since sifuna red name.
Yes.
Green no yellow sinaye, then the numbers e-bubbles zonke zikhona ziphelele ne. So sisebenzisa la 8 si-minus 48 which is green, then si-minus no 8 which is yellow, then sophuma nalo number izophuma ke ngokona which is red ke besifele sisheke no red basimfumana ndithi.
Okay. Okay. I think basically you're saying the same thing, ladies. You are saying the same thing. So we've got 80 marbles. That is all in all. Minus 48 marbles that are green. Minus 8 marbles that are yellow. The remaining answer is the red. How much is the red?
24.
24 marbles. I'm gonna pause and wait for a question. So since there is no question, we move on. The next question, it is saying, draw a tree diagram to represent the above situation. Draw the tree diagram. Can I do that? And yeah. just like that. Oh, I forgot to remove this part. Let's try to make that part disappear, and then we draw the tree diagram to represent this story that we have here. So one thing that I'm definitely sure, we are going to have branch number 1 on the tree diagram, that is green. We are going to have branch number 2 on the tree diagram, that is how much? Yellow. And then we're going to have another branch, that is how many? Oh, what? Red. Now, how much do we have here? We've got 80 marbles. That is what we have. That one, I'm definitely sure, we'll start like that. If I may ask, what number do I write here? Because I have to write a number there. What number do I write there?
We're going to write 3/5.
3/5. How did you come to 3/5?
And they've given us,
Okay.
I think the whole tree diagram must be equals to 1 or something.
The probability. Yes.
Yeah.
When you add the probabilities here, there must be 1. Yes, you are right. So you are saying we must write 3/5. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Can I hear someone else? Someone else who's saying, I'm not gonna write 3/5. I'm gonna write something else. Someone else who's going to write something different. Someone is like, okay, no problem. Guys, myself, I would write 48 marbles out of 80 marbles. That is 3/5, right? Am I right?
Yeah, still the same.
Okay. I would write it like that myself. Just to make sure that as I go on, I don't confuse myself on I'm trying to I'm gonna mess up because of that. I'm trying to have space here. Can I just try to do this, guys? I want the tree diagram to be very clear to all of us so that we can agree on something that even me, it's very clear to me. We've got green, we've got yellow, and then we've got red. All in all, there are 80 marbles, and then the green marbles, they are 48 out of 80. Okay, and then the yellow marbles, how many are they? They are 8. Am I right? The yellow marbles, they are 8. I'm gonna write 8 out of 80. And then the last part of the marbles, that is the red marbles. You guys said the red is how much?
24.
24 marbles out of 80 marbles.
24.
Okay, now let's move on from here. Obviously, this part, I usually explain it like that. I say this part represent taking out the first marble. It's not the first marble, but it represents taking out the first marble. By the way, this person can either take the green marble, or take the yellow marble, or take the red marble. So situation number 1, 48 out of 80, it is saying, what if I'm taking the green marble? This guy didn't take out the green marble, but what if he takes out the green marble? So the representation of taking out the first marble, which would be the green marble. If it's not that, the representation of taking the first marble, which is the yellow marble. Still, if it's not that, the representation of taking the first marble, which is the red marble, that is 24 out of 80. So I'm not taking the first marble here, but I'm just representing to say, if I take the first marble, that is the probabilities that I'm going to have there. Okay? We move on. Probability number 2, meaning we must take out the second marble. Second marble. If we take out the second marble without replacing the first one, we're going to have something like that. Still 3 branches. We still have got 3 branches. So even here, we still have got 3 branches. Even here, the last one, we're still going to have 3 branches. So all of them, they are still green, yellow, red. Green, yellow, red. Green, yellow, red. Okay. Now, if I may ask, please, what number should I write here? What number should I write there?
Since they did they take 1 marble or 2?
Yeah, Angeti, I would say this person took out 1 marble here.
Oh, okay. And means we're going to write 47/8/79 because they didn't return the marble.
Okay, so you are saying I must write 47 out of 79. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, the probabilities that we add here, they must give us 1. The same happens, the probabilities when we add them there, they must give us 1. Even here, the probabilities when we add them, they must give us 1. The same happens if we add all these probabilities here. I believe you double check to that. If you didn't, you can do that and then you'll also get 1. As I'm rubbing here, someone is double checking, and then I believe the answer you get will be 1. We are saying this person here, we represent that this person took out the first. She didn't take out, but we're representing the first taking out, the first taking out of the marble. Meaning here, we're representing the second taking out of the marble. Someone would be like, but why? Why are we not saying out of 48? I didn't say that person took out. I'm saying we're representing. I said that. Okay. Now, I usually do this. Can I just disturb you can I just disturb you? Just a little bit. Let me just disturb you. Let's talk about the lady that is pregnant and must give birth. Okay. A lady must give birth to 2 children. Let's do it like that. Give birth to children. This lady must give birth to 2 children. Okay, so if we are going to represent that on a tree diagram, we are going to say the lady will give birth to either a boy or a girl. And we know the probability of a boy and a girl should be 1/2 and also 1/2 there, because there's only equal chances. So I will write 1 there because the probabilities when you add them, they're going to give us 1. So that represented the first child. If the lady gives birth again, is going to give birth to a second child. Girl, boy. Sorry, girl, boy. Boy, girl. Sorry for that, guys. I was supposed to write girl here. And even this one, I'm going to say boy, girl. So the output are going to be what? What are the output? What is the outcome? The outcome will be boy, boy. If you check, BB is two children. Boy, boy. There is 2 children. That is why the 3 will end there. Meaning, if I was saying the lady will give birth to 3 children, I was supposed to extend the tree diagram. Even here, I was going to extend I'm making 3 instead of 2. Sorry for that. I was going to extend the tree diagram again. To what? To the third child. To the third child. But now I'm not extending because I'm only talking about how many children here? 2 children. That is why I would say the first one, the outcome would be boy, boy. The second one, the outcome will be how much? Will be what? Will be boy, girl. And then the next one, the outcome will be girl, boy, girl, boy. The last one, the outcome would be girl, girl. So if you check, it's 2. The outcome is 2. I'm trying to say, someone would be like, but what are we doing here? I'm trying to show you that it's easy to understand when I'm saying 2 children, because if you are saying 2 children and I extend, it means I'll be moving to the third child. Did I make sense to someone? I want to wrap up this. Hello, are we still there? Remember, you need to say yes if you're still there so that I can be sure that I'm not left alone. Are we still there? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Now, let's move on. I just wanted to disturb you so that we don't confuse each other as we go on. So, yes, Vida, I wrote the first one, 47 over
Yes.
79. What about the yellow? What must I write on yellow? 8 out of 79. If we check on this one, the sample space has changed now. Why am I not saying 7 here? Because we say, what if this person is taking the yellow? So our focus is yellow, meaning green. Our focus is green, meaning yellow and red, they don't change. The only thing that changes the sample space is not 80 anymore, it's 79. So I'm gonna write the yellow didn't change, is still 24 out of 79. But on this branch, now our focus is yellow, meaning green and red, they didn't change. Green and red, they didn't change. What is going to change will be yellow. Okay. I'm just continuing with the same logic, meaning here we're going to have yellow, green, it's still going to be 48 out of how many? 79, not 80. But what is going to change is the yellow. What if this person didn't take green? He's taking yellow. So it means my yellow will change to how much now? 7 out of how many? Out of 79. Okay. The last one. The last one will be how much? The red doesn't change. Red doesn't change. Will be how much? The red will be 24 out of 79. On the next one, we're saying, okay, let's focus on red. This person didn't take green, didn't take yellow, meaning this person will take green for the second one. So it means green doesn't change, yellow doesn't change, but red must change. Okay, so I'm going to write these numbers here to say my red will still be 48 out of 79. But my yellow still remains the same also, 8 out of 79. What is going to change is the red. Red will be how much? 23 out of 79. If you check, guys, you can double check that. If you add the probabilities here, they are going to be 1. You add the probabilities here, they are going to give you 1. You add these probabilities here, they are still going to give you 1. So what we can do now is just to write the outcomes. Just to write the outcomes now. The outcomes would be what? If we write the outcomes, can I just use a different color? Okay. Outcomes would be green, that is the first one. The meaning the first outcome would be green followed by green. So the person took out green when Angiti, they said random. So this person will go back and choose, and then will choose green. Okay. But on the second one, this person will choose green and yellow. The next one will choose green and red. The next one will be yellow and green. The next one, yellow and yellow. The next one, yellow and red. Moving to the last branch, we've got red and green. And then the next one, red and yellow. The last one, red and red. I'm gonna pause and wait for a question. I'm waiting for a question. Are we still there? Hello?
Yeah, what's that?
Okay, I'll keep asking, guys, just in case this network story. Remember, we're online, so we don't control this network thing. I will keep checking. I'll be happy if I ask if you're still there and then you guys answer. So we are done. They are saying how many marks here? Let's check. It's too much marks in grade 11, by the way. I don't know why in grade 12 they just give that 3 marks. Just 3 marks. So we've got 3 marks there. Done. We're done with the first 2 marks. We're done with the second 3 marks. Now we need the last 3 marks. Yes, who's talking? I'm listening. Question? Okay, no question. Let's answer the last question. Let's answer the last question. Which question were we answering here? We were answering 13.2. That's what we're answering. Okay, let's answer the last question. What is the last question saying? It is saying, what is the probability that Pablo will choose a green marble and a yellow marble? A green marble and a yellow marble. How am I going to get the answer? Before you answer me, what is the difference between XY and YX? What is the difference? Hello, someone talk to me. Okay, I'll use numbers again if you're not answering me. What is the difference between 2 times 3 and 3 times 2? What is the difference? My people are still quiet. Are we still there, by the way? Vida, you're still there? Nsuku? Kolo, are you still there? My people. Mgwebi, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Kolo is still
So,
there. Okay?
so isn't it the same thing? It's just like position. Like, it means the same thing, but the position is, yeah. The way
Okay.
it's position.
Okay, no problem. Sanelise, I can see you are there. What were you saying?
Yes.
Oh, you were just confirming if you are still there. Okay, no problem. Tokozo, you are still there?
Yebo, sengikhona.
Okay. But you guys are not answering me.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking what is the difference between XY and YX? And Kolo is saying there's no difference. The only thing is that they are swapped. Okay, thank you. I can hear you, Ngwebi. I can hear you. Thank you. You are saying the same thing that Kolo is saying here. Now, let's check. We've got, they are saying green and yellow. So if you check green and yellow, it's what? Is G, Y, or YG? It's the same thing. So we're going to look for green and yellow. Where is green and yellow? Green and yellow. Where is another green and yellow? Yellow and green. Yellow and green. What else? Do we have another one? Am I missing something else? Talk to me. Am I missing something? I'm only seeing 2. Do we have the third one? Okay. I believe the silence means that
No, sir.
I'm only seeing the same thing that you are seeing. So how do I answer this question? I highlighted the story now. I know that I need to work with green and yellow and green, because oh, by the way, if they say green and yellow, and they include the word in that order, green and yellow in that order, so your only focus is on one thing. You must start with green followed by yellow. Here they didn't mention the order, they just said green and yellow. So it can be green, it can be yellow. Green first and then yellow first. It's up to whatever. But that's why here we've got green and yellow. The second one we've got yellow and green. And both of them are green and yellow. Now, how do I answer this question? This 3 marks. Someone? Remember, gy means g multiplied by y. G multiplied by y. G multiplied by y. So the probability of green and yellow will be equals to gy plus, because we've got green and yellow and we've got yellow and green, so we add them, plus yellow and green. But what do we have on green and yellow? Green we've got a number here, that is green. And then yellow, we've got a number here, that is yellow. If we check, we move this green and then we move to yellow. We move to green, then we move to yellow. Okay, so green, we've got a number there, which is how much? Okay, can I just make a space here before I mess up these things? We've got 48 out of 80 multiplied by yellow, we've got a number that is 8 out of 79 plus yellow on the next one. So we're done on the first one, done here. I'm gonna remove that because we are done there. We move on to the next one. What do we have on the next one? The next one start with yellow. We've got a number on yellow and followed by green. We've got a number on green. So the number on yellow is how much? Is 8 out of 80 multiplied by 48 out of 79. And someone will help me with the answer. What is the answer? I'm waiting for the answer. Guys, let's try to be fast. Ninja and Ganti. More shaman.
0.12.
Okay, is it a fraction?
Decimals.
Before you round it off, is it a fraction?
Yeah.
It's how much? What is the fraction?
Yeah. 48 divided by 395. 48 over 395.
Okay, which is 0,
0.12.
.12. Can someone confirm? Someone who
Yeah,
pressed the
sir.
calculator? Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm gonna wait for a question. And I'll pause again and wait for a question. Do we have a question? No question. But what if that was 13.3? What if the question was saying what is the probability that Pablo will choose marbles of the same color? What if the question was saying that Pablo will choose marbles of the same color? What is the probability that Pablo will choose marbles of the same color? How are we going to do that?
We're going to take green, yellow, and red.
Thank you. We're going to take green, that is 48 over 80 multiplied by 47 over 79. And then we take yellow, that is 8 over 80 multiplied by 7 over 79. And we're also going to take red, that is 24 over 80 multiplied by 23 over 79. We add them. add them. Green, green, plus yellow, yellow, plus red, red. Okay. What if the question was saying, what is the probability that Babalo will choose yellow marbles only? How are we going to do that? Someone answer me so that we can save time. I can see that the time is flying. What is the probability that Babalo will choose yellow marbles only? Wow, my people are quiet. Because
Then we're going to say
yes, you are talking. Continue, Vida.
we're going to say 8 over 8 multiplied by 7 over 75.
79, sorry, 79. Which is the yellow only. Yellow and yellow, right? Okay. And the same thing happens if they gave you the story about gender and then saying what is the probability that you'll choose people of the same gender or whatever of the same gender, something like that. We apply the same logic. Can I move out of this question now? Yes, I move out of this question. There's a question down here. Wow, this time flies, guys. I wanted us to do more. I wanted us to touch also on contingency tables, but the time, the way it's flying, I doubt if we'll touch on contingency tables. But let's just see. There are 24 marbles for sale in a shop. In 10 of the bags, there are 7 green marbles and 3 yellow marbles. In 10 of the bags, there are 7 green marbles and 3 yellow marbles. Can I just highlight from here? There's another story here. The other bags have green marbles and X green marbles and 9 yellow marbles. A bag is chosen at random, so we start by choosing a bag before we can choose a marble. We start by choosing a bag before we can choose a marble. That is why the first one is the bag. Okay. The bag is chosen at random, and a marble is then chosen from the bag, and also at random. The tree diagram below illustrates the story that they're talking about here. And they are saying, question number 1. We can see the diagram, guys. It's got outcome, so it's easy. Question number 1, they are saying determine the values of M and N. Determine the values of M and N. Remember, there are 24 bags. There are 24 bags. So this is M. So what must I write on M? How much is M? I'm waiting for someone to try.
Since we know that the probability is equal to 1.
Yes.
10 over 24.
Continue. Vida.
I was saying, since we know that the probability is 1, so we're going to say 1 minus 14 over 24.
Okay. And then what you are saying, Mgwebi did it. And then you got how much, Mgwebi? I think she said 10 over 24. Did she say that? Or maybe I didn't hear correctly. I had 10 over 24. Did I hear that correctly, guys? Okay, since you are not answering, I believe that is what Vida meant. Okay? Yes. Then let's get N. How are we going to get N? Mind you, N is the outcome. How are we going to get N?
We're going to say, is it 0?
It's 10, sorry.
The number of 10.
Sorry.
So 10 multiplied by 3 over 10 we're going to get n.
You are saying we are going to say 10 over 24 multiplied by 3 over 10. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And the answer is how much? Someone is
1
help.
over 8.
1 over
8.
1 out of 8. Someone confirm? I'm waiting for confirmation. Hi, Bukai Singh. Please, man. Let's try to save time. Can we confirm if the answer is the same with what we have? Wow. I don't know if the problem is the network or my people don't want to answer. But I believe... okay. About 8, about 3, about 2 is 16, about 3 is 24. So I believe yes, it's 1 over 8. 1 over 8. I agree. Okay, let's move on to this one. My people are... Yes?
May you please explain to me how you got 10 over 24? Like, how do you find m?
Okay. Aniti, like Vida said, the probabilities when we add them here, they must give us 1. So I believe if you say 1 minus 14 over 24, if I'm not wrong, we are going to get 10 over 24. It's just that it's going to be in simplest fraction.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Or we can just do that without using a calculator. We know that we are going to say multiply by 24 over 24. Then we've got 24 minus 14 divided by 24. And 24 minus 14 is how much? 10 over 24. That is by not using a calculator. But if you use the calculator, I believe you'll get the simplest fraction. Or you can just say, I know I've got 24 bags, and out of this 24 I only removed 14, so it means it's 10 that is remaining. That is why it's 10 over 24. I believe.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, thank you. The next question is saying determine the value of x. X. The story about x there. The other bags. That is the other bags. If you check here, this one's down here. They didn't write the numbers there. They just wrote the outcome. So the other bags, they're saying each bag has the other one is X green marbles and 9 yellow marbles. So if I may ask here, someone will help me here. What is the total number here? Based on what they are saying here, what is the total number here inside this bag? Will I be right if I'm saying the total number is X plus 9 marbles? Am I right? They are saying the other bags each has got X marbles and X green marbles and 9 yellow marbles. So how many are they? It's X plus 9. Am I right when I'm saying that? Meaning if I take the first one, it's going to be X over X plus 9. If I take the second one, it's going to be 9 marbles out of X plus 9 marbles. I'm just saying that because now here they said 10-10. We can see that 10-10. We don't have a problem with that. But the next part they didn't write that. So that's why I'm saying let's just take the total. They are saying it's X green marbles and 9 yellow marbles. So, and they mentioned very well, they said other bags. Okay, So now let's calculate the x. Let's calculate the x. How are we going to calculate the x? Luckily, we know the outcome. Since we know the outcome, this thing should be easy for us because we know the outcome. So for us to get this outcome is by multiplication, which by we're going to say 14 over 24 multiplied by 9 over x plus 9, which is the outcome, and the outcome is 7 over 20. And then you guys, when you are relaxed alone, do that one, use that one and calculate x using that one. I just chose that one because I realized that it's gonna be simple. I don't have many x that I'm gonna worry about there. Okay, so let's work it out very fast. The numerator will be how much? Or we can cross multiply. Let's try to work it out very fast, guys.
Now we'll divide by 14 over 24 because if I multiply, I might do a mistake.
Or to avoid multiplying the numerator, and denominator, the denominator, you are going to remove this number and say multiply by 24. Basically, you'll divide both sides by 14 over 24 because I think that is the language most learners use. You'll divide both sides by 14 over 24. If you multiply, it means you multiply by the inverse, which is 24 over 14. Okay, I also agree with that. So in this case, we know that that one will take the other one. We multiply them, they will give us 1 there. Then it's out. Then we can continue to say, now we're left with 9 divided by x plus 9, which is equals to, how much do we have this side? Just press a calculator and tell me the answer. How much do we have? 1.
3 over 5, say.
9 over?
It's 3 over 5.
Oh, 3 out of 5. Someone confirm very fast. Yeah, my people don't want to confirm. Yeah. Okay. 3 over 5. Yes, okay. There's a confirmation there. Then from here, what should we do? Cross multiply. Ne? If we cross multiply, we'll have 3 multiplies x plus 9, and then equals to 9 multiplies 5. So we're going to have 3x plus, what is 9 multiplied by 3? 27, if I'm not wrong. Is it 27?
Yes, sir.
And then 9 multiplied by 5. I'm waiting. Is the answer 45? Guys.
45.
Yeah.
45, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I get worried that if people don't respond now, and again I'm working against time. We've got 3x there, which is equals to 45 minus 27, and we can just say immediately on that step, we are doing great job, guys. We should understand that we can divide on the step, divide by 3, divide by 3. And what is the answer there? I'm gonna drop the call at this point. That's why I'm just rushing for the answer. X is equal to how much? Hello? X is equal to how much?
Sir. Galaba confirm.
Did you divide by 3?
Yeah, boss, sir.
I think maybe you made a mistake. You are supposed to press 45 minus 27 on the numerator.
Plus, yeah, sir.
Oh, okay. Someone is saying the answer is how much?
So I got
6 in it?
Yeah, boss, sir.
Okay, thank you. The answer is 6, I agree. Okay. If it's possible, let's just double check and answer the last question there. The last question is saying, what is the probability that a marble chosen is green? what is the probability that the marble chosen is green? So the green marble can come from there, or the green marble can come from there. So how am I going to get the answer for that one? Hello?
7/10 multiplied by 7/25 plus, where there's x, we put in the x value that we have found, that 10.2.
Okay, I agree with you, but since we've got the outcome, we can just say the probability of green marble will be equals to the outcome, the first outcome, that is 7/24, plus the second outcome, that is 7/30. Then we write the answer, and the answer is how much? I'm waiting for the answer. I'm finding 21/40. Is it the same with someone else's calculations? Is it the same with someone else's calculations? Yes?
Yebo sir.
Okay, thank you guys. This call will drop us very fast, so we'll end here. Tomorrow we continue with contingency tables. Thank you for your time. I will send the notes. Bye-bye.
Sharp sir.
Yeah, who should I say?